Should you use CPF to invest in stocks, or should you just leave it there to collect the 2.5% interest in your ordinary account? I believe this is a common question that many investors in Singapore will ask. Hence, in this video, I'm going to touch on the important stuff you need to consider and a step-by-step guide on how to invest in stocks using CPF if you decide to go for it. But first things first, we should know that investing your CPF funds come with one big caveat, and that is the opportunity cost involved, as they earn a steady 2.5% interest in the ordinary account and 4% interest in the special account. And if you take a look at this table from Sidley itself, there can even be people who underperform the 2.5% every year from financial year 2017 to FY 2021. It's probably even worse if you consider that you can get up to 5% guaranteed returns for your first 60,000 in CPF balance if you are below 55 years old. Akong give you 5% interest 包教 Why you don't want? Okay, so assuming you're still convinced you can beat the CPF guaranteed returns, here's a quick guide on how to invest your CPF. So first thing first, you need to satisfy the prerequisites. So you have to be at least 18 years old, have more than 20,000 in OA and 40,000 in SA. Okay, so next, second thing is you need to know your stock limits. So if let's say you are just looking at investing in stocks itself, so you are looking at this 35% limit for your whole investable funds. Okay, the third thing is to look at the right investment products. So stocks and ETFs are considered a higher risk product as opposed to lower risk products like Singapore savings bonds, T-bills, etc. And the fourth point is that if you want to invest in stocks, you need to open this thing called CPF investment scheme or investment account at our three local banks. Only our three local banks can do it. Okay, and then after which you can approach all these the banks itself, okay, the product providers to start investing. And if you have enjoyed this video thus far, I will greatly appreciate it if you can help me to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you get notified every time I release another stock analysis video. And if you are new and haven't opened an CPFIS account before, you will need to complete this CPFIS self-awareness questionnaire, shortcut called SAQ, before you can start investing under this scheme. A lot of steps, right? Bopian, our Akong don't want you to anyhow throw away your hard-earned money. And after which, it is just an easy step to apply for the CPF IA account through our three local banks, DBS, UOB, OCBC, online banking platforms like the one I'm showing you over here is through the OCBC account. Now let's assume you have your account set up. It's time for me to show you how to filter for CPF stocks inside SGX itself and then trade them using the OCBC securities platform. Okay, right here I'm at the SGX website where you can see all the stocks under the CPF investment scheme. Alright, so this URL is pretty long. Not to worry, I will put this link inside the description box later. So remember to click it over here to go directly here, because navigating through the sitemap may be a bit hard. Alright, okay, so over here we have quite a lot of stocks. I believe, although they are not as many as the whole mainboard plus catalyst, okay, there are at least 100 stocks over here. So what you need to do next is to narrow down to the stocks that you prefer. Okay, you can either search by counter, filter out those that you like, or you can actually go by the easy route, which is the sector. Okay, and let me just show you two sectors that usually what I would look at. So one thing is the financial industry, because I came from the financial sector. Okay, in this sector itself, you can see that there are definitely the blue chip stocks, quite a lot of blue chip stocks like DBS, OCBC, and UOB here. On top of that, you have companies like Hong Leong Finance, you have CapitaLand Investment, okay? So they are fund manager but for properties itself. And also, let's say Sing Investment, Singapore Finance, as well as like maybe UOB Kay Hian, okay? Next, is that we know Singapore is big on the manufacturing sector. Okay, so there are a lot of tech companies inside this sector itself. Um, Companies like AEM, okay, maybe Aztec, CMAC, okay, Dynamac, Food Empire, Grand Venture, even Hoppa Corp is over here, and let's say maybe Keppel. Okay, so this will give you a guide on what are the kind of stocks that you can find inside here. If you are convinced of your stocks, okay, now the last step is just to log in into the stock brokerage account and start trading. And over here, you can log in inside IOCBC. I'm not sure about DBS and UBKN, but I'm gonna just show you my own personal account and what to do with it. All right. So once I'm logged into IOCBC, you can actually look at all the stocks over here, and they have already put the remark over here. You can see that the remark C stands for CPF tradable. Okay, and assuming, okay, I want to maybe buy Genting Singapore. Okay, so what I need to do is just to click on it, click on buy, and over here you need to select CPF. Everything else stays the same. Let's say you enter everything, okay, and you submit and it goes through. So what will happen is that it will show up as something like this. I've invested in Grand Banks before using CPF. Okay, so this is an estimated value. Okay, they will also give you the order log, how much you bought and everything. And you can even see who you buy it from, okay, using the platform itself. Before I end off, just allow me to share 3 important tips you should take note in case you make the same stupid mistakes like me. Number one, remember there are always limits when it comes to CPF funds. You want to touch your CPF, you have to remember the rules. So for stocks itself is 35%, okay, stock limit. And gold itself is only 10%. You should always go to the CPF website to double check your allocation limit before you use it to buy stocks. I exceeded it once before and I need to use cash to pay for the remaining balance. Next, when you want to sell, make sure you are also using back the CPF function. Okay, so you don't buy using CPF and you sell using cash. I also did that once when I was a newbie, and it's considered a short sell trade, and I have to incur the short selling charges, and plus, like when you want to cover up, you need to pay for a huge spread. So that was a silly mistake. Please avoid that. And third, the CPF funds limit, right, update on the 11th of every month. So let's say you want to sell the shares on the 10th of the month. Because of this T plus 3, working day cycle, right, it will only come in at the 13th of the month itself. So you can only use back the same proceeds the following month, okay, 11th of the following month, because it will take one whole full cycle to reflect the new balance. To sum it up, here are 4 overarching things to consider when you want to invest your CPF into stocks. The first one is you have to have that opportunity cost mentality, right? That your OA is paying out 2.5%, SA paying 4%, and it's risk free, okay? Zheng Hu already protect you from it, okay? And the second thing is the requirements. You have to fulfill the requirements first, like being 18 years old, having 20,000 in your ordinary account and 40,000 in special account. Third, then you can set up your CPF investment account at the 3 local banks. Just choose any one of them. And number 4, finally, it's time to analyze and pick the right stocks. So if you're interested in how I actually screen for stocks investable using CPF, just type CPF below, okay, in the comments below, and I will do the video for you next time. Before we end off, if you find the video helpful, I will appreciate it if you can help me to tap the like button and share the video so more people get to know about this video. Next up, don't forget to check out this video over here if you have another few minutes to spare. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching and ciao.